My name, by the way, is Nino. You can call me Neo. And I'm an agency owner here in Cagayan de Oro. I'm also a trainer in partnership with the ICT, with the government, where we do intensive social media training for 45 days. And I'm also one of the group experts in social media marketing Philippines, together with Neil Demapilis, if you are a member of the group. Previous experiences, I've been doing social media management since 2015. This has been my life and passion for the past, six, 7 years. Yan. And I have managed across local and international. Some of the prominent brands we work with is Common, Isuzu, Pizzarella, Speed Queen, MBM, and so much more. Yan. And aside from that, I'm also an influencer outreach specialist for one of the biggest lingerie supplier in California. And yeah, in my work, yun talaga, boobs and butts talaga every single day. Yan talaga ang work. So what we do is we send out some lingerie and I will be asking them if they were able to wear it na and send me some photos and pictures. Ganun talaga ang work. Yan. And yeah, although I've been doing influencer outreach, and my passion really is about social media marketing. I've been teaching social media management and marketing for quite some time now. And the reason is because this is really the career na nagbigay talaga sa akin ng opportunity to earn. I started kasi student, wala akong kahit single peso. I go to school, walang kahit peso. I cry yung sasakay ka ng jeep na walang pamasahe. Yeah, I've been through that. But thankfully, meron palang ganitong klaseng work. And possible pala mag-earn. And I'm actually very introverted. So it's really an amazing opportunity pala na you can earn online, no, without interacting with people, but of course through online, iba rin yun. And yeah, that's what I am very passionate to share this opportunity with everyone, especially those who are affected by the pandemic. I know some of you have lost some jobs, lost some businesses, and I just wanted to help you guys. If you're considering social media management as a career or as a side hustle, I am here to help you understand this, because just see social media marketing as a book. And let's say nasa page 6 na ako and you're on page 1, i-guide ko lang kayo what is on page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 5. Okay ba yan? I am also very privileged to be mentored by the Digital Marketer of the Year, not just in the Philippines, but in Asia. Sir Ruben Lucera. Actually, she is the reason why I started my own agency and the reason why I am very passionate in training. I learned so much from him, and it's really a privilege to mentored by him. And it's also I'm so glad that you are here also, because you're looking for a mentor. Iba talaga kasi ang growth na you get when you listen to a mentor than self-paced studying. Talagang it's worth it talaga when you invest in having a mentor who can guide you. Yan. Okay. So, before we begin, quick disclaimer lang, everything I'll be sharing with you are a culmination lang talaga in an amalgamation of what my mentors taught me, all the certifications and courses that I took, and even based talaga on personal experience to, okay? And yeah, as Miss Andrea mentioned earlier, wala talagang one size fits all, but this is how we do it. This is what works for us. And I hope this will also help you in your career or considering this as a side hustle. Okay, so I will try to be very straightforward and simple lang talaga here. So first is, let's ask the question, content creation. Kailangan ba talaga ng isang social media manager na mag-create ng content? Who among you here says yes? Type 0 nga in the chat. All right, we have Debbie, thank you, Jane, Krista, Shi, Marge, Pauline, Heidi, Dana, Emma, Shay. Okay. Now, let's ask this question. Let's take a step back and ask the question. Kailangan ba talaga natin to? Now, it depends. Now, there are actually two setups, no? Number one is you can be a social media manager on your own or freelancer. Pag ganyan, ikaw ang gagawa ng content calendar ikaw rin ang gagawa ng creation ng captions, ng graphics, ng videos, ikaw din, and the checker will be the client. Yan yung ang common. Pero meron din tayong kanina, as Andrea mentioned, meron ding agency style where you will be a social media manager in an agency setting. So you'll be working full-time. So ang content calendar, ikaw yung gagawa, pero they will have someone from the creatives team who will do the video or the social graphics. And then for the captions, you will have the copywriter. Now, this usually happens pag you will be handling multiple accounts. For example, in that agency, may 5 clients na on-board. So yung 5, gagawan mo ng content calendar. Okay? And then yung creatives nang bahala sa graphics, and then ang copywriters nang bahala sa ad copy and sa captions. Ganun. Pero pag one account lang naman, you're in an agency, tapos isa lang naman ibibigay sa'yo, usually, ikaw ang gagawa ng calendar, ikaw na din gagawa ng content. Okay? And the checker is the marketing manager or the client mismo. So yan yung difference. Now, I'm saying this because depende rin kasi sa opportunity na dadating sa'yo. It could be a freelance opportunity or a full-time opportunity which is working in an agency. Now, I was able to work freelance for quite some time and also employee in Singapore back then. So, ako yung gagawa ng calendar, ako magagawa ng content pillar, ako magagawa ng topic clusters, and then ang creatives team nang bahala sa videos. So that's, meron din ganyang setup. Pero, even though may chance na hindi ka ikaw ang gagawa talaga ng content, you really need to know how to create content by yourself talaga. In fact, according to buffer.com, creating content is an essential skill for social media managers. Hold on lang, let me see the chat. Okay. Also, according to Hootsuite, Sprout Social pala, social media managers must be able to create visually appealing and multimedia content. Okay? So even though may chance naman na you will be working in an agency, merong creatives team, dapat talaga on yourself, you know how to create content on yourself. It's a skill and it's something na you must be able to do. Now, I already shared this in one of a previous seminar with Eman back then. I think last month, Eman, no? The 10 responsibilities of social media manager. I think this is the exhaustive list, no? We're doing this for quite some time. Ito na talaga lahat. So we have the monthly and weekly tasks, and we have the daily tasks. So we have ideation, planning, creating, scheduling, analyzing, reporting for the monthly and weekly. And then we have promoting or distributing. That's the same thing. Monitoring, listening, and responding. Okay. I believe Ms. Andrea mentioned about ideation earlier, and yeah, isa rin yung part ng pagiging social media manager, and planning also. And creating talaga is, yan, it's a non-negotiable skill. It's something na you need to do din. In fact, according to Gary V and Ty Lopez, if they were to ask kung anong titignan nila sa isang social media manager, show me how good you are with creating content. Okay? So it's already a no-brainer na ang social media manager gagawa talaga ng content. Now, if that's the case, anong kaibahan pala ng social media manager sa content creator? Ba? Kasi if you say social media manager is creating content, so content creator sila. Now, the difference there is, yun ito lang, ang content creator, they are creating content for themselves. They are promoting themselves. Ang bida dyan is sila mismo. Okay? And meanwhile, a social media manager, gumagawa sila ng content, pero ang bida is the product and the services of their client. Okay? So both are creating content but for different people. For content creators, for themselves. For social media manager, creating content to represent a brand, a business, and to create content for a service or a product of their client. Ganun lang kasimple. Now, can a social media manager be content creator? Yes, Miss Andrea is a perfect example. So she does social media management, meron siyang agency, and she also do content creator as a TikTok. Tama po ba, Miss Andrea, no? Wala na si Miss Andrea. Yan.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
if social media manager ka, let me just make this quick na. Social media manager ka, kasi you are representing someone, you need to present it. Kasi you're not creating for yourself lang. You're not representing yourself. You're representing the business of your client. So you need to present your content to the client talaga. Now, meron dalawang klaseng content na you need to present. The planned content and the unplanned. So ang planned content are planado. Okay? You already tabulated everything in a content calendar. And it is based on three things. Audience interest. Okay? We also call this buyer persona as Miss Andrea mentioned. Competitor analysis, you need to also look at what the competitors are doing, what are their strategies, what are the content that works best for them. And then the brand priorities. Yan na yun, ano ba yung objective ng client, ano ba yun, meron ba tayong brand voice, meron ba tayong brand bible, brand board. So everything ng ganyan, that is planned content. Okay? Ang unplanned content naman are you present it to the client na wala sa calendar. And usually, this is based on trends. For example, may nag-trend and you want to hop on it. And then we have conversations, news, and events. Okay? According to business philosophy, when you are presenting planned content, it takes 48 to 72 hours for approval. Sir Neo, what if walang response from client for anong feedback nila sa ginawa kong calendar or present ko na content? You can just push through after 48 and 72 hours. Just inform them na we will push through with the planned content. For the unplanned content naman, mas mabilis siya kasi we try to make it as fresh as possible. Kasi nga unplanned. For example, Valentine's Day. So hindi naman pwedeng maghintay ka pa ng 48 to 72 hours to have that posted. So you need to ask for approval for 2. Kung walang reply 2 to 3 hours, push through mo pa rin. Yan, based on business philosophy. Okay? Quick. Let's make it quick. I want it to be very understandable talaga nakuha niyo. Okay? So content creation, gagawa ka talaga ng content. As social media manager, gagawa ka ng content. No-brainer. Okay? Kahit pa you are on your own or you are in an agency, gagawa ka. According to Buffer, it's an essential skill. According to Sprout Social, it is an ability na dapat meron ka. And it is one of the tasks of being a social media manager. According to Gary V. and Ty Lopez, isa talaga yun sa pinaka-importante ang content creation. Ang kaibahan ng social media manager sa content creator does it for themselves. Social media managers, on the other hand, they do it for their clients. Ang nasa photo pala are social media managers lang. Very ano na yan sila, content creators on social media. We have Rachel Peterson and Latasha James. One of the good speakers on social media management. Now, for those who are having hard time creating content, meron tayong tinatawag na ito na talaga yung Bible ng content marketers. Wala ka nang hahanapin na iba. Okay, this has been around since 2012. Okay, matagal na. I mean, that's around 10 years ago. And pag nahirapan ka gumawa ng content, you just go to this one. Marami ng variations dito. Ang tawag dito is content marketing matrix. So next time, if you're having hard time, ano kayang magandang content, you just type on Google content marketing matrix. Marami ng variations, but the original one is this one from Smart Insights. Now let me explain how this works. Okay, dito, this can be your pillars. Okay. So I want to have content that entertains, okay? Funny, memes, ganyan. Inspire, quotes, something like that. Convince, educate. So yung 4, pwede mo na yung maging content pillar. Okay? And then you can just refer ano yung pwedeng content mo based on that pillar. Okay? Another way to use it is based on ano yung market. For example, if you plan to do social media marketing B2B, that is business to business, you just refer to this dito sa below. Okay? Ano to? Admit. Okay, kaya na mag-admit. So, pag B2B kasi, ang B2B is you're a business wanting to sell a service to another business or product to another business. Ang gagawin mo dyan, you just refer to this content marketing matrix and you just look at the bottom. If you are marketing B2C naman, B2C, that is business to consumer, you just refer at the top. Okay? Can I get a 1 naman if that is clear? 1 from the chat. Number 1. Thank you, Dana, Jane, Kate, Debbie, Krista, Kat. Yan. Okay, another way you can use this is based on anong klaseng minamarket natin. We have product-based business and service-based business. Ang product-based is something you're selling na tangible, mahawakan mo. Example, shoes, di ba? Anong gagamitin mo dyan? How do you sell a shoe? You still refer at the top. Okay? And then, for dito naman sa baba, for service-based business, for example, social media managers, how are you going to market social media management? Dito ka mag-refer sa baba. Why? By the way, can you still hear me? It's just kasi my internet connection is unstable. Can you type 3 naman this time? If yes, you can hear. Thank you so much, Dana, Ayan, Jean, Karen, Jane, Shin, March. Okay. Ganito yan, oh. At the left side, meron tayong tinatawag na emotional. Okay, we want them to purchase emotionally. This is very common sa Shopee, di ba? Most of the time, we buy something from Shopee, hindi naman talaga logical, it's emotional. And anong bang ginagawa nilang content? Usually celebrity, di ba? Games, competitions, giveaways ng vouchers. So dito ka talaga titingin. Now, if you are going to market services like consult ka ng doctor, consult ka ng lawyer, dito ka magtitingin sa baba. So you're gonna put some infographics, you can put some interactive demos, product features, and so on. So this is very helpful. This is very powerful. And this has been considered as the Bible talaga of content marketers. Okay? We don't have to really to reinvent the wheel. No? Many are experts before and ahead of us, and we just have to learn from them. So again, the next time, you just go to type in content marketing matrix. The original one is this one from Smart Insights. This is published 10 years ago. Next, now we recently received our milestone badge from Canva. I think this was January. We already created 4,500 content. And you might be asking, how are we able to do that ganyan kadami? Hindi ba yan exhausting? Di ba? And this is just my personal account. Hindi pa kasali yung Neo management services namin na na Canva account. Okay? So ang technique lang talaga namin in delivering many content kasi back then we kahit ako pa isa back then, no, I was able to manage, isabay ko 6 clients lahat and gagawan ko sila ng content lahat. Paano ko ba na-deliver yun after ganyan? And then I'm still a student pa back then. Ang strategy na ginagamit ko dyan in creating content for them is I leverage templates. Okay? Ano ba yung templates? Let me show you how. So magkaiba kasi ang templates and design. As you can see sa badge award namin, akin pa nakapangalan, congratulations on creating 4,500 designs. So ganito yan. Ang difference sa templates sa design is ganito. For example, we created our own template. This one. This is our template for news. Example, mga social media news. So that is one template. Okay? And then, for example, gagamitin ko yan. I can create that over and over. Example, ganyan. Create ako. Another 1, 2, and then 3. So what can you notice? Diba? Isang template pero we were able to create 3 designs. So ganyan siya. Yan yung ginagamit namin na style. Although you could do content pillars, so lahat na, for example, all Monday content pillar is educate, pwede naman ganyan. Pero we also use this talaga, all Mondays, ito, ang template natin, or for all news, quotes, or ano pa ba yan, ito yung template natin. So pag uniform kasi, pag ganito ang ginagawa namin, we always deliver the Kasi one of our USP by the way is the unique service proposition, is I think kami lang ata ang nagpro-provide ng daily content. Some would serve and create 3 posts per week. Yan, 4 posts per week. Pero kami daily. And we were able to deliver that naman using leveraging talaga templates. Okay? Now, let me demo na lang how to create template on your own. Ganito lang yan sa Canva. Hold on. Dali lang to. For example, mayroong mga templates dito, di ba, sa left side. For example, nakapili ka nito. Yan. Sample lang yan. You can just undo. Press mo lang yung share. And then, hanapin mo yung more. Naka-share screen pa ba yan? Hopefully, it's showing on your end. And then, type mo lang template. Yan. Press mo yung template and it automatically maging template na siya. Anong point pag i-convert mo siya into template? You can share it with your team. Para yan yung gagamitin nyo na template. Yan siya. So that's how you create content fast-paced. Let me share again. Hold on. Yan. So one template, 3 designs. But you need to understand na just creating this one, this is not this is only a design, a creative. It's not yet a social media content. Okay? Again, ang gagawin natin is social media content, but this is not the social media content yet. That is just the creative. That is just the design. So, ano nga ba ang anatomy of a social media content? Put it simple, dalawa lang talaga yan. You should have the creative, that is the graphic, social graphic or the video. And you should have the caption. And that's it. Yun lang. So, creative plus the caption equals the content. Again, creative plus the caption equals the content. Now, how about TikTok? How about YouTube? Ang difference naman dyan is yung creative mo is the video. Ang script mo yung magiging instead of caption sa script ka magbabase. Ano yung script mo sa video? So that's what we also do when I was working for a video production company in Singapore. Creative yung video and then someone will do the script. And then together, yan na yung social media content. Okay? Kung social graphic plus caption, that's a content. If video, TikToks, yung video mismo plus the script, that is one content. Okay. Now, what can we know? What can we notice from this sample graphic, social graphic? For your creative, always ensure to put your brand logo. Usually, you can put it at the top left or bottom left. And always refer to your brand kit. So everything you're seeing here are actually based on our brand kit. Brand kit are sets of color palettes, typography. So our fonts are Railway. So Railway yan lahat. And then all of the colors there are actually may specific hex code yan. So working for your client, you need to ask ano yung brand kit nila. So when you create a content for them, always refer to their brand kit. Ano yung hex color, ano yung hex code, ano yung typography. And yan. Meron din yung mga product photos, etc. etc. Another thing is you always take it the opportunity to cross-promote your other social media channels. For example, we are also in Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Okay? And lastly, ito lang talaga, if you want to improve your designs, kahit hindi ka talaga graphic designer or bago ka pa lang, do not use hard lines or frames kasi that's very I don't know. hindi siya maganda tignan. Let me show you an example. For example, you can still hear me pa naman, di ba? Can I get a 0 naman in the chat? Okay, thank you, Cheryl, Simon. Okay, ganito yan, So, this is an example of a hard line. Ganyan. If you use mga ganito, it's very pangit. Let's see, find another one. Example frames. Ganito. That's a hard line, di ba? Pangit siya tignan. So what do I mean by that? Avoid hard lines, yung tarang ganyan. So what you can do, hanap ka ng mga may curves. Like ganyan. Diba? You do not see hard lines like square, rectangle, yan. Yan lang talaga. If you want to look professional, avoid hard lines talaga. Like this one. Diba? Walang ito, this is bad. Pero if you really want to use this, you can use naman mga curves like elements. For example, you can say curve. Yan. Gamitin mo yan. And then let's just copy this pink. Yan, di ba? Ganyan, di ba? So you're avoiding hard lines. So you can do that naman. You can also key in the blobs here. Tama bang spelling? Ganyan. If you want. Ang key lang talaga dyan is avoid hard lines talaga sa science. So you can use a blob. So like ganyan bang gawin mo? Yan. And then you can just change the color. Yan. Okay? Ganyan lang. Way back kasi when 2015, I think started Canva 2015, almost hard lines talaga. And sobrang pangit, sobrang liit pa ng features ng Canva back then. And halos mga ganito, ganyan. Huwag kayong gagamit ng ganito. You can say hard line kasi rectangle, square, kasi it looks so beginner. You can use naman ganito. Diba? Walang hard lines. Merong sobrang space. Also, hard frames, ganito. Diba frame yan? You can insert photos. Pero that is still hard line, so avoid that. Ganun lang. That's a simple tip. Okay? Let me resume my presentation. So yun na, ang dami kong i-undo. Anyway, I hope you're learning. So yun yan, curves, blurbs. Ang point lang is avoid hard lines. Yan, avoid mo yan. Yan. Okay? We're almost done naman. Now for your captions, this is actually from the .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. No? When creating captions, use always a hook and then sandwich mo with your message and then CTA or call to action. Call to action is anything lang na line na you want the reader or the audience to perform after reading your message. Yan lang. So for example, we use talaga dito is something lang to catch the attention. So usually we use a text styler at the very first line to catch the attention. Kasi yun nga when you see something unusual, unique, and different, it will really catch your attention. And then ito na yun. And then ang call to action namin is ganito. And then we have our hashtags. Now you might be wondering bakit ito yung content. Kasi we want to position our agency as a social media expert. And part of it is really updated with the news. Pero for your client, depende din naman yan. Pero the concept, the secret here, this is actually secret number 2 in the book. Hook, message, CTA is applicable naman in all, kahit ano pa yung business ng client mo. You have the hook, the message, and CTA. And even sa TikTok, ginagamit din yan. Ang hook is, for example, these are the websites na 1% of the world don't want you to know. So that's the hook. And then the message and then call to action is follow me for more. Diba? Miss Andrea is probably also following this pattern. Ganyan. If you want to improve your copywriting skill, if you want to master getting attention, .com's Secrets na book is a very good investment. Okay? But again, if you're working in an agency, you can have someone to, si copywriter ng bahala. Pero social media managers nga, we need to create you need to know to do this and then to do this as well. The caption and the creative. Yan. Okay? Meron pa ba akong ma-share? I think that's all. And then let's connect, ha? I'm on LinkedIn, and then we also have our agency at facebook.com, Neo Management Services. Again, thank you so much for Startup Academy for having me, and to Eman, most especially, Miss Andrea also for entrusting me with this job about social media content. And I hope you learned a thing or two. No? That's it. Thank you so much, and have a great night. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Okay. Thank you so much po, Sir Neo. Thank you so much. Grabe. Punong-puno ang